Hello, my name is Timothy Adams. I'm the President and CEO of Systems Application and Technologies, often referred to as SATEC. Well, WETATi is a very strong word in that it talks about that empowerment. It talks about how we can change the world. It's about making sure that every individual has the power to do the impossible. What makes me a WETATian is first that I was able to exceed the expectations that many had for me and that I had for myself. I think what makes me a WETATian too is that I understand how important it is to give back to our community. I understand how important it is to empower others to be their best. You know, we talk about celebrating 30 years in business, and I feel so blessed for that. But I also know that that was because of the community. That was because of all those who supported me along the way. That this wasn't something that I did on my own, but it was something that I was blessed to be able to do by the support of so many others. I think over my life, I've had several people who have played the role of mentor to me, and I have been so blessed for that. I think all of us have different stages in our lives where we need different things from different people. And that's what makes WETATi so important as well, because we're talking about being engaged with the community, not just with one individual. I think I became the person that I am, as many of us do, through so many different challenges in my life. I became who I am because of the love and the support that I had from so many others. You know, the love and support of my parents, my family, those teachers, and those in the community. You know, I would not have expected to be here, but as fate would have it. When I truly became engaged in SATEC, the real turning point was when I did a co-op as a chemist for U.S. Customs. And while doing that co-op, I realized I didn't want to just be a chemist. So I went back to school and I got my MBA, and I developed this love and this interest in business. And as fate would have it again, I was blessed that later in life, I was given an opportunity to combine the two. And that's where SATEC started, and that's how I ended up where I am. I think over my life, I've had several people who have played the role of mentor to me, and I have been so blessed for that. I think all of us have different stages in our lives where we need different things from different people. And that's what makes WETATi so important as well, because we're talking about being engaged with the community, not just with one individual. But for me, I had many truly wonderful mentors, from my parents to my early teachers and community. But also, when I started into this business, there was a woman by the name of Anise Eisler who really took me under her wing, and she was the one who helped me to really understand and learn weapon systems. And then there were others along the way who, just from a business and personal standpoint, took me under the wing. And even to this day, retired General Arthur Gregg is a true mentor to me. He helps me with daily life, not just with SATEC. So, you know, being part of and having a mentor is so important to all of us. Knowing that the Workforce Development Program is named after our company is one that's very humbling. You know, though it's truly an honor, it's humbling. Because we know that we play such a small part in who we are as an organization. We play such a small part in trying to help. You know, we have limited resources, we have limited reach, but to know that we're a part of that, it is important. I think one of the things to understand with WETATi, with the workforce development, is, you see, when you talk about providing opportunities, when you talk about those wraparound services, and so many people are caught up in trying to create job skills. You know, but what we have to accept and understand is the way that the technology changes. A job skill today could be obsolete by tomorrow. So when you start teaching and doing those wraparound skills and making these being complete, whole individuals ready for the workforce. That means no matter how it changes, that they can adapt, that they can change, and they can be ready. And hopefully that they will be the entrepreneurs. They will be the folks who will be creating those new opportunities, who will be creating those new jobs. So to be associated or a part of that, or my name a part of that, is again humbling. I think a part of it is that our young people need to see us. You know, so often we sometimes get caught up in our day-to-day business, and we believe you can simply just write a check, or you can just say a few words. And that isn't what our youth needs. They need to see you, they need to feel you, they need to know that you're there. In some cases, some need to know that we're not a myth, that there are Black leaders and businessmen out here who really care about our youth, who really want to participate in seeing that they develop and that they have the same opportunities we did, but actually take it even further. That hopefully in one of those, or 10 of those, or 100 of those sitting in that audience can grow businesses and create opportunities that far exceed what I've done. And to know that that's the possibility, that I can be a part of that, is what's exciting. You need to hold that door. You need to hold that opportunity available for the next. And you've got to accept that with your generation, I might have to hold that door just for you to go past me. And that's okay. And that's how we need to look at it. It's not about me. It's when we start letting them doors close that you end up with these people who are here, and people say, oh, see how great it is, they can all be there, because I was there. And they realize that they didn't keep the doors open for others, and others are shut out.
That's right.
A lot of times, I don't call it really mentoring or those kinds. I just call them validation sessions. Because most folks know what they want to do and what they do. And they really just need to sit down and talk to somebody, and for them to validate what they're trying to do, or what they're doing. And that's the other thing we want to do with the kids. We want to validate them. We want to validate their curiosity. We want to validate that they're willing to go into other areas and to be themselves and to be creative. We've got to validate that. And that's a big part of it too. So, you know that you can be whatever you choose to be, because the flip side of that is, you know, if you want to be a park ranger, that's your right, and we should respect and encourage and know that that's a wonderful thing to do. You don't have to want to start your own company. There are things you can do, but we have to validate you and know that that's what you want to do, and we have to support your dreams. And we can't keep telling people what their dreams should be.
That's crazy. And that's one of the things we've done. Let our kids be whatever God intended.
Exactly, and that's that I. Let them dream that impossible.